vector spiraling around the soulless, meaningless multiverse. My destiny is to have an eye for every atom that sneezes or neuron that decides yes or no. I am the distinct essence of a cloud that lets the sky rest like a stone in deep sleep. My memory is short, it rewinds and begins to burn the skin again with a certain heat to remember. The first arrow of sound to pierce the limbo of silence. To remember the first and only object that grew like wings to become a universe. Someone might not notice the sun. When a man sees himself as a flood of joy, a road to run along soaked with hair like antenna on the flesh of an unaffectionate poet. Sometimes the glass half full is a question governed only by needs. Other times we would like a sip, and still others it's just a stupid question. Ultimately, no one has ever truly observed, much less imagined the sky oscillating. Two gigantic blue balls beyond the horizon where light makes its way at dusk. No one has ever seen a robust celestial bulge or its shy contraction when exposed to the cold currents of a winter storm. No one has ever seen two brilliant stars contract like a sky ejaculating lightning and groaning in thunder. No one has ever smelled the moss and sweat of glands and the rubbing of days and nights between the thighs of the clouds. No airplane has ever become entangled in a spider web of ethereal filaments that have existed since the dawn of the firmament. Not in one, not in 1,000 years, not in 100,000 years, in millions and millions of years. Suspended in the air, I feel the time of life beating, creating circumstantial pieces and melodies like human massacres on the vices of the living and the dead. This damned mind of mine sleeps beside me every damn night. I have forgotten the colors, especially the blue. The pieces of my joy are misshapen and colliding, fall into silent pauses that dissolve into the air that surrounds all humans afflicted by melancholy. The living falling into the melodies of the past as if a long, sad dream had vanished like a dark cloud sweeping away the warm winds, while the faint dome wanders across the winter skies, showering the vivid rays of the sun that bask on the city with a promise of joy. The outline of an approaching spring blossom. This long dream slowly recedes into the past, leading to the sad and dark emotions that had conquered my life, imprisoned in the darkness and cold of the abyss. A pain born from an unknown source, like small white flowers sprouting in an ocean of green grass. The words have increased and risen in my consciousness, trying to hum the melody of my existence. As I stroll along the seafront, awareness leaped into my head from the warm splendor of the sun that was confirming one of the most optimistic hypotheses. Life is expensive and pleasant. Seagulls suspended in the air, dogs playing in the sand, new children free to discover their new planet. A spring that allowed earthly creatures to roam freely without fear of the biting cold of winter. The minute and hour hands that rotated aimlessly around an axis, enjoying their free time.